Yeah, so growing up at school in the 90s, 80s and 90s, so under the Section 28 rule, and then kind of not feeling like I can come out until in my 20s. I feel like actually there's a real kind of the aftershocks, I suppose, the history of what Section 28 is now and then how that might be affected in schools, and people that have lived through it still feeling uncomfortable and protective over students. I think is a really, really important thing to be addressing, and hopefully it's changed. As someone that's got a trans nephew, now I'm quite concerned about what he's going through at school and thinking about what it was like for me at school. So I think there's something kind of really interesting about that generation gap and what Section 28 has done, and I think the film does that really beautifully. I hated school. I absolutely hated school. I was talking to Sarah about it on set today. I remember my dad saying it's the best years of your life, and I remember at school going, oh my God, please, it can't be the best days of my life because this is awful. And I saw the poster for It Gets Better, and I was like, that's the phrase that I would have loved to have heard when I was at school. I didn't want someone to tell me it's okay. I wanted someone to tell me there's something better after this. I think that would have been really helpful. Back to young me in the 90s would have been a beautiful thing to hear. I made myself invisible, being a young gay lad kind of in school when you felt like you can't say it and felt like you don't fit in. I made myself very invisible. I mean, in the 90s, the only kind of representation of gay people on TV was the kind of Julian Clary's, Dale Winton's and kind of, or comedy characters, Are You Being Served to be laughed at? So you kind of can't see yourself in the world. So I think now it's all moved on so far. There's so much representation on TV, hopefully, and this adds to that, I think. I think just being listened to. I think that's the thing that everybody, LGBT or not, I think supporting is just making people feel okay and knowing that you can talk to them. I mean, I can only go by my childhood really, just to kind of allow that difference is okay and to know that it gets better, which is kind of the thing. Once you've gone through that and people have developed, my experience, people are nicer when they're adults. And listen to people, make people have that time to develop and change and question. Don't give people set answers, I think. I think as an adult I've learned to say, I don't know, which is probably the best answer when someone asks a question. I don't know, let's find out. Yeah, just listen and be there for people, I think.